Welcome back to another YouTube video. Time to talk about Raw and NXT. Raw kicked off with the Usos. Sorry, Usos and Solo Sikoa. Usos basically say, longest reigning tag champs. We're gonna stay that way. We're gonna stay that way in forever, basically. Um, New Day come out, say they're gonna beat the tag title reign, they're beating it currently, but they're gonna win the tag titles so they can keep their longest reign. Um, and then the New Day basically say we had to work our butts off to get here. We didn't come from a wrestling family like the Usos did. And the Usos are like, well, you didn't have to live up to all the other Samoans that came before us. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's a valid point. But I mean, technically, they still got there on the back of their family name, right? Anyway, Matt Riddle comes out. Um, he's still got the bongos with him and does like bong bong jokes because he's got bongos. So he's like, Kofi, you want to hit the bong? So Kofi hits the bongos, Xavier Woods hits the bongos, and then Jimmy starts doing Umaga theme song on the bongos. He starts doing the Umaga rhythm on the bongos. And then Matt Riddle's like, whoa, hey, calm down. And so that leads to a six man tag with Usos and Solo versus Matt Riddle and the New Day. Usos and Solo Sikoa win. Solo Sikoa pinning Matt Riddle. Match was pretty good though. Cedric Alexander versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin squashes him. Next, Mia Yim is back. She joined the OC, attacked Rhea Ripley, and then the OC get the upper hand on Judgment Day. So here's the thought that I'm thinking of War Games. It's obviously Damage Control and Nikki. By the way, Nikki won the 24/7 championship from Dana Brooke and then tossed it in the trash. So yeah, anyways, back to the War Games thought. Damage Control, Nikki, Rhea versus Mia, Candace, Bianca, Asuka, and Alexa. There's your 5-on-5. Um, all right. Otis versus Elias. Match was all right. Otis wins. Elias got distracted. The usual. Austin Theory versus Shelton Benjamin. The only win Austin Theory would get of the night because he cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase on Seth Rollins and lost. Yeah. So Seth was going to do an open challenge. Then the the Judgment Day come out. Finn was going to accept, and then the OC came out, and they brawled. That's when me Yim came back, by the way. And then Seth came out later and said, "I'm going to do another open challenge." Mustafa Ali shows up on the Tron. He's like, "I'm going to accept it." And then Bobby Lashley attacks him out of nowhere. Heel turn for Bobby Lashley, by the way. So Bobby Lashley comes out, attacks Seth Rollins. Match never starts. He just attacks Seth Rollins, lays him out in the ring. Austin Theory comes down, cashes in. He loses because Bobby Lashley then comes back out and then attacks Austin Theory. And then Seth Rollins curb stomps him because Austin Theory gets in the ring before the count of 10. So Austin Theory no longer has the Money in the Bank briefcase. And yeah, we'll see what happens with him from here. Miz versus Johnny Gargano. Miz beat Johnny Gargano because Miz tricked the referee by telling him to look under the ring because he thought Dexter Lumis was under there. But he also had like a piece of the what was it? A piece of the ring mat, not the ring mat, the turnbuckle, the piece of the turnbuckle in his hand. So he hit Johnny over the head with it, and then he beat Johnny. And then Dexter Loomis came out and attacked Miz, and then Dexter Loomis ran away from security. So obviously the feud's not over. Like that's the only conclusion that you get from that. And I talked about the main event, and I talked about Nikki and Dana. All right. Sorry. NXT. So we had Alba Fire take out another member of Toxic Attraction. Next week we're getting a last women standing match. I feel like that match is too big for like Mandy Rose to just retain. I don't think she's gonna retain next week. So yeah, we're getting that match next week. Kaylee Ray, new women's champion. That's what I'm getting out of this. Um, we're getting Braun Breaker versus Von Wagner for the NXT Championship on TV next week. Braun Breaker is going to win that. By the way, they had promos. Um, Braun basically said he's NXT champ now. He'll be NXT champ for a long time to come. He knows people are going to come after this title, but they're not going to win. Von Wagner's like, well, sir, I'm going to be the one to win. And I'm sitting there thinking, not a chance. Not a chance. Sean, HBK, don't you give that title to Von Wagner now. Don't you do it. All right. Cameron Grimes versus Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy beat Cameron Grimes with the help of Ava Rain, obviously. Um, and from what I hear, this might be the last time Joe Gacy and Cameron Grimes fight. So Cameron Grimes goes up to the main roster sooner rather than later, I guess, and does what I do not know. Scripps basically had another video package. Carmelo Hayes confirming that he's going to go for the North American Championship. They're going to have a contract signing next week, by the way. Elektra Lopez versus Sol Ruka. Elektra Lopez beat Sol Ruka. And then Indy Hartwell come out and attack Elektra Lopez. And I'm like, oh, so is Indy Hartwell still a face then? If she's attacking other heels? Or is she a heel too? And she's just attacking Elektra Lopez, trying to get some revenge. Who knows? Andre Chase versus Charlie Dempsey. Duke Hudson threw in the towel. Charlie Dempsey only won because Duke Hudson threw in the towel. That's literally the only thing you need to know from this match. Anything else, unimportant. Stacks versus Hank Walker. Stacks beat Hank Walker. Because of course he did. Hank Walker isn't just going to randomly beat Stacks. Come on now. Kiana James wants to buy Fallon Henley's family bar. Kiana James said no. Next. I talked about that already. That's the promo segment. JD versus Axiom. JD wins because referee stoppage. Axiom gets hurt, and the ref stops the match. Damon Kemp versus Brutus Creed. Damon Kemp wins because Brutus Creed hit him with the chair. Brutus Creed didn't care about winning. He just wanted to beat him up. So that's the story there. And then we got the tag team title match. Chance and Carter versus Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. So, if anybody said Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark were going to lose and then Zoe Stark turned heel, you're right, because that's exactly what happened. Nikita Lyons is going to beat Zoe Stark in the feud, by the way. They'll probably have 3 matches. Zoe Stark will probably win the first one, and then Nikita Lyons will win the other 2. So, there you go. That's everything. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Oh, yeah, that wasn't too much. Anyway, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Happy wrestling. See you guys later.